Well, at 7:15 in the morning, we saw two bomb blasts rock the Chennai Central Railway Station, one of the busiest areas of the metro city. But of course, it looks like a lot more updates have come in now. One person being killed, 9 being injured, out of which 2 are critical. One arrest has also been made. That is said to be a person who was on board that particular train and was hiding in one of the coaches. He has been taken into custody. But besides that, of course, what we understand is that the police have cordoned off the entire area. Platform number 9 is where this incident took place.
Also, Akshita, one of the most important things is that Bangalore is in fact going to be a center of a lot of activity with regards to this blast that has happened. Especially the police will be examining the CCTV footage that is there in the Bangalore station to find out whether these bombs were in fact placed from Bangalore and did it go up, explode over there. But again, the timing is quite interesting because it was supposed to have arrived at 5:20 but arrived at 7:15. So where exactly this should have occurred is still a question. There are speculations that it could have happened in Andhra Pradesh, but it was not supposed to happen in Chennai, and that it looks like an after effect that it happened in Chennai.
Absolutely, that is definitely an angle that will be looked into, because we understand that at 7:15 the train was supposed to be at Guntur, and another angle to look into is that victim, 22-year-old Shriti, of course, she is said to be from Guntur. So maybe, in fact, if that blast had taken place in a scheduled area, we wouldn't have seen a death. She probably would have taken off. She probably would have gotten off the train even before before the blast took off. And of course, initial reports were given, in fact, by Rakesh Mishra, the General Manager of Southern Railways. Let's once again listen into what he had to say and what information he gave us.
Police which are investigating, and I mean, after the proper investigation they'll be able to tell us. Not immediately. 7:15 it should have crossed Guntur. Yeah, but then you do not know. It was all conjecture, because after all the incident has happened at Madras, so one doesn't know whether it was planted here itself or it was pre-planted. It is difficult to say at this stage. The police will investigate and only then we will let you know. One cannot say right now. It is difficult to say. The whole thing is in a mess. So let the police do their job and then we will be able to give you an answer. Remote controlled, or whether it was a time bomb or what kind of bomb it was, it's not possible to say right now. I would only request that now you gentlemen can kindly proceed. There is nothing more to be known right now. Only the next news will be known only after the proper investigation by the police has been done. More than this, right now nobody can tell you. So it is based on the whole police machinery is here. The complete machinery is here from GRP as well as civil police and RPF with their dog squads and their bomb disposal squad. The experts are all here. So they are doing their job. They will be doing it quite thoroughly, I'm sure. And the next bulletin we can only release through our PRO. Our public relations officer will release that.
Other trains are checking happening in other trains as well?
No, for the present we are concentrating on this train because this is the one which has had not 1 but 2 blasts. There must be some kind of an ulterior motive. Yeah, 2 blasts. At the present, the remaining trains are on schedule, so they are continuing. And this train also, within the next 1 hour or so, we should be able to push off.
Any update on the condition of the 2 critically injured?
They are not life-threatening.
Okay, out of danger.
They are out of danger. It is just that they have more serious injuries as compared to what a normal. Yes. The other 7 people have only minor scratches and some blood loss.
So 1 but the 2 previously injured and 7
minor injuries. That's all that there is to it. And the ex gratia payment has the Honorable Minister has already announced. There is no further threat as far as we can say right now. There is no further threat. So kindly continue with your broadcast. And
you plan to step up the frisking and scanning of passengers and their luggages?
Well, that is
passengers to come in early.
No, it is not that. you see, we already have certain safeguards in place, and to manage more than 1 lakh passengers who visit us, we have CCTVs already in place. So those footages will also be investigated by the police. You must be aware that we have a centralized CCTV system here, integrated security system available at Madras Central Station. And I cannot really interfere in their job right now. My first concern is to see to it that the injured people are taken care of, the relatives of the expired person are informed, and I mean the peripheral arrangements we are doing. The remaining job is to be done by the police.
Right, Rakesh Mishra there going ahead and briefing the media with regards to exactly what took place. And you heard what he had to say, of course, that 9 people have been injured, 1 person being killed. It was 2 bomb blasts that had occurred in this particular train. In fact, they're looking into the angle of why 2 bombs were planted in the same train. And these are, of course, live visuals that we are bringing to you from Chennai Central. As you can see, the cops are conducting their investigations. They're also looking at the railway tracks to find out if anything has been planted there. They're trying to secure, in fact, the entire railway station to ensure that there is no further threat to life in that particular railway station. In fact, what we understand is that they've cordoned off platform number 9. The train services in the rest of the railway stations are going on as per schedule. They've ensured that not all passengers are put in trouble because of this entire incident. All other trains are moving, and the cops have also gone on to announce that this particular express, the Bangalore-Guwahati Express, will be on its way as soon as they manage to separate the S4 and S5 coaches. These are the coaches in which, of course, the blasts occurred. So they will be looking at separating these 2 coaches, and then have quite clearly stated that the train will go on with its journey. And of course, at this point, let's also listen into what the chairman of the railway board, Mr. Arunendra Kumar, had to say.
Today morning at 7:05 a.m., Bangalore-Guwahati Express rolled into Chennai Central Station, and 10 minutes after that there was a blast in 2 coaches, S4 and S5. Presumably happened when the below the berth something was kept which blew up. This resulted in death of 1 lady passenger, grievous injuries to 2 other passengers, and simple injuries to 7 passengers who have been already moved to the hospital. The Honorable Minister of Railways has announced an ex gratia payment of ₹1 lakh to the dead, 25,000 to the grievous injuries, and 5,000 to the simple injury persons. The normal operations are very much on as far as rail operations are concerned in Chennai Station, and platform number 9 has been cordoned off, and investigations are on as regards the cause of the blast and for finding out more clues about the incident. Incidentally, the suburban operations are normal because slightly different place it happens, and normal working of train operations is at the moment very much on at Chennai Station. This train will also leave after we detach these 2 coaches and conduct necessary investigations and get police clearance in the episode.
Sir, is there any information come out from the blast site? Which type of blast bomb is used in this?
It's too early because it just happened just 2 hours ago, and these details will be now known very shortly as to what was the material used in the blast. But the police teams are doing a detailed check at the site.
And the chairman of the railway board, Mr. Arunendra Kumar, also condemning the attack. The railway ministry has gone ahead and done all they can in this particular incident. And of course, as you can see, entire Chennai Central teaming with police officials who are trying to ensure that things are under control, that investigations are conducted without any sort of interference from the general public. A huge crowd is also gathered there to witness exactly what's taking place. But another angle that needs to be noted here, Burgess, is whether in fact this particular blast was supposed to go off in Guntur, which is where Narendra Modi will be coming to address a rally today. So was it some sort of threat to him? Because we've seen in the past how many threats have been addressed to Narendra Modi, how many terror organizations have mentioned quite clearly that he is on their radar. So was this in fact some sort of warning for Narendra Modi? Well, it will definitely be another angle that these officials will look into.
It is, Akshita, and it's also very interesting to know the route of this train. In fact, it goes through the Simandara region, and Simandara will be going to polls. And of course, the BJP Prime Ministerial hopeful was there yesterday to campaign in these areas. And again, that it is a very speculative question again, whether this could also be an angle in this, whether it was a message that was being given to the Prime Ministerial hopeful with regards to these blasts. So did the timing of the blast go wrong between locations is something that these experts will have to in fact find out. Also the nature of the blast, most of them are low intensity blasts. That is what we try to, we figured out from what the statements that the railway officials are saying. It looks like low intensity blasts, and low intensity blasts have always been used against passengers, whether if you look at Mumbai recently, or if you look at explosions in Bengaluru alone, these low intensity blasts, the aim of it is to actually terrorize people, and the intention is not to in fact kill people, but in fact terrorize them, because the killing would in fact lead to more of heightened activity from the security officials, but at the same time terrorizing them will in fact get the objective of that organization into focus, and also it will be that objective will be achieved by that particular organization which has. So again, there are a lot of speculations coming into this. The location, whether it should have been Guntur or should have been Chennai Central, the Narendra Modi angle, and also we have a speculation with regards to the ISI agent that was recently arrested in Chennai with vital information with regards to the installations that were set up over there. So that is also an angle that they will be looking in. Now, since the NIA also will be roped in to investigate this matter, it looks like the NIA, which has in fact left for Chennai and in fact will be roped in to investigate this matter, it looks like the investigation part of it has already started, and probably in the coming days we will come to know exactly which is the group behind this, what is their motive behind this explosion, what went wrong, if at all something had gone wrong in the planning and execution, and most importantly, after CCTV cameras have been installed in most of the railway stations, security lapse. That is one issue that we have to take into.
Absolutely, Verghese. There definitely is a point.